We are going to go ahead and do a Christmas glam makeup tutorial. First thing I'm going to start with is this Urban Decay primer. So it really just helps the makeup to stay on, but also to not crease or cake. This Estee Lauder is like a clay makeup, so it's very thick coverage. Right, the glasses come off. Now it is time for concealer. This is my go-to concealer. It is Jeffree Star. This is the color C4. So I go right up under my eyes, and that just helps to cover the extra darkness, circles, anything like that. But it also helps to brighten up your face. And I always take my ring finger because it's going to be smaller than your middle and then not as oily as your pointy fingers. We're going to continue with the contour sculpting, and now I'm moving into this Tarte's Pro Glow. We're using the bottom color, which is actually called Sculpt. And we're going to contour to give us a little bit deeper cheekbone look. Give it a little bit more chiseled face. And I start really high right here so you can see where my ear is at. And you can do the fish face. And just follow that line, that natural shadow of contour, because you do want it to be a little bit more in the natural spot. And then I also go right around my chin and bottom face jawline. So this right here does help to give you a slimmer effect. So if you have that double chin going on, you can slim that down a little, but it also does help to frame your face, because at this point when you're doing a glam look, your face is your canvas, so you want everything to shine right in here. We're going to continue with some Tarte product. This is the High Performance Naturals palette, and I'm going to add a little bit of blush. This is the palette here, how it looks. Very pretty. Now right here you can powder your face if you have a little bit more oily skin, or if you use a moisturizing foundation, like a luminous foundation, then I would suggest using a translucent powder to kind of set everything into place. But since I am using that clay foundation, which is a little bit more of a drying foundation, and I don't have oily skin, my skin is pretty neutral, then I'm not going to do any powder because it would make it look too cakey. I'm going to go into some highlight. This highlighter, I love this on its own. It's really, really good. But for a glam look, I like it because it is a liquid highlighter and I can pat this in. So put a little bit right here, just a little dab. And what I do is I pat this along my upper cheekbones. And I use this kind of as my base because whatever highlighter I would put on top of this would make that color pop so much more, and it's just really intense. I mean, look at that. Look at that shine. That is a lot of shine. So I have a few different options. Kat Von D's Holographic palette. I use this a lot, so it is cracked and broken there, but I can either go in with this and I can use the ultraviolet or the opal and add on top, or I can go back to this Tarte's Pro Glow palette, which is my favorite. So right in here, I think what I'm going to do is use this color because that has like a very kind of fashionable, glamorous look, and it's a very strong highlight. Since the base of my face is done, like all the powders, I come in here with this MAC Prep and Prime. I like to use it as a setter, and I just spray a little bit there to kind of set in. Since I use a lot of powders, a lot of drying type of makeup, I like to get some moisture back in there, and then I will go in and do my eyeshadow, my eyes, and my lips. So for my eyebrows, these ultra slim eyebrow pencils are my favorite. Revlon, this one's Maybelline. These are the easiest for me. They're the quickest, most friendliest. So all I do is I usually get a little bit lighter color than what my eyebrows are, just to kind of fill and fluff and give the arch a little bit of a shape here. And I just go along that. So a lighter color helps it to look a little bit more natural and not as noticeable. There we go, eyebrows all done. So I don't really change the shape of them, I just enhance it. Right, we're heading back to this Tarte palette. I'm going to go with this color right here. This is going to be my transition color. This is my base color. And kind of just go all over the eye. So I use a light neutral base eyeshadow color, so something that is kind of like my skin tone but just has a little bit of color to it, because it adds a soft powder so that when I add my colors and start to blend out, it does blend a little bit more smoother. Now I'm going to take a lighter color to just put right on the inside crease of my eye. Now we're going to go in with the green. I'm going to go with a little bit more of a stiff brush so that I can keep the powder concentrated, because I don't want the green to go all over the place. It's important for me to note on this part that I am really trying to pat the color in versus smudge it out or pull, because I don't want the green to fall everywhere, and I'm just trying to keep it concentrated in the center going outward. Okay, now we're moving to our darkest color, so back to this Tarte palette. It's nice when you have palettes that can give you a range. So this one I'm going to use, this is called Hustler. It is a dark green. It's almost like black but with a green tint to it. There we go. Now we're moving on to a slanted, more slim brush, because I'm angling out a little bit darker color here so that when I add the glitter, then I have a good base. I also spend about 15 minutes blending these colors out to get the shape that I'm looking for, as well as the color combination that I want. So definitely be patient, don't be in a rush, and if you don't want to do glitter at the end, then you could actually have a completed look at this point, but you just can't hurry or else it comes out a little bit too aggressive. Now for some extra glitter. Since I'm doing the center look, I'm going to use my original light green brush that I was using. So you can see here, I'm literally just topping the edge. You want to take off as much of that because we want to see how it looks first. Well, that's pretty. It's not super glittery, but it is a little bit lighter. So it adds some green shimmer. That didn't really do anything glitter wise. It's a tiny bit of a shimmer, but it did light it up. I should have just went with this color before, because I am happy with that color. So we're gonna go ahead and do this glitter. Now you really need a glitter glue when you're messing with it, because it's legit glitter. It's just makeup glitter, but it does get all over the place. So this is what I use. This is a NYX. It's very affordable and it works great, and it's a primer. So when I do this, I still go in with a brush. So I put the glitter glue right here on the, it's not glue, I'm sorry. I put the glitter primer here on the brush, and that should be enough for both lids. I open it here and pour a little bit there. We got our glitter, and let's have fun. I'm gonna add a little bit of a liner on the top and wing it out just a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit more shape. I love that sound. Alright, we did the bottom, that's done. Now I always do this first, and then I am going to add some color at the bottom, some green. So I do this first because my lashes are a little bit longer and I tend to get a little bit of mascara on the bottom. So once that dries, we'll cover that up with some green eyeshadow. Let's do the lips. We're going in with a Too Faced. This is one of my favorite color names. It is Lady Balls. No need to worry on precision right here because I'm going to cover up with glitter, so I'm just trying to get it on quickly. Right, so before this dries completely, we are going in with, this is glitter, I forget what the name of it is, but it comes with, like, you can find it at CVS, Walgreens. It comes with these this lipstick brand, and it's two parts. It's the lipstick and then the glitter to put on top of it, but it works with any lipstick. Rather liquid lip, I should say. There we go. Put the hair down so we see it. Now my bottom eyelashes are pretty much dry, and we'll add the finishing touches of green on the bottom. You can't be officially finished with a full face glam look without using some setting spray. Urban Decay All Nighter. So just kind of scoot the hair back for a second. Close your eyes. Let it sink in. This stuff works like a charm. It works very well. So that is my go-to. There we go.